So, it has been over 2 decades since live simulation games became to our gaming culture. For many of us, that first game was The Sims and The Sims series. The series that let us build, design and micromanage miniature versions of ourselves, our dreams, and sometimes our disasters. But as we all know, EA has been sold out, or it's gonna be sold out soon, and now we are trying to find new ways to play with live simulation games, and we're hoping that something good's gonna happen to an EA. In 2019, a small indie team quietly announced Paralives, a fully open-ended live simulation game built around 3 principles: freedom, creativity, and inclusivity. They promised no DLC, no microtransactions, and no corporate interferences. And I remember just one promise: a live sim made for the players. And now we're finally here. The Paralives is coming out very soon. So the early access is on the horizon, and with this video we can take a closer look at what Paralives is actually offering to us and how it's poised to challenge everything we've come to expect from the genre. Paralives is trying to rebuild the entire concept of a live simulation, piece by piece, with the kind of care and transparency we haven't seen in decades. So today we are going to break down every major feature that's coming to Paralives, from its groundbreaking build tools to its deeply human live simulation systems, and ask a simple question: what does the future of live simulation look like when it's built not by a corporation but by a community? By the way, sorry, I just want to do something different this time, and that's why I'm gonna make a little nice documentary about this video, but I still hope you enjoy and subscribe and like this video and leave a comment. But now we continue our documentary moment. So when we talk about live simulators, what we really mean is a system that simulate causes and effects. Needs affect behavior, behavior affects relationships, relationships affect outcomes. And that's the invisible web that makes these games feel alive, and that is what I'm looking for in the games. And I think it's something that Paralives is really taking seriously. The live mode functions as an open world simulation, which means no loading screens between lots, which is really awesome, no invisible barriers cutting the world into a disconnected pieces, and every para, the game's term for its simulated characters, live in the same continuous space. They commute to work, visit each other's homes, shops, and explore their town without the player constantly bouncing through menus or cutscenes. And that is something that I really enjoy, example in The Sims 3, that you can really just travel in the world and do things without loading every single time, because what it really does is to make you do something outside your own home and really travel and explore the different lots, shops, parks or whatever, and make the gameplay in there and not just in your own home, and that makes your live simulation feel like really realistic in my opinion. The world itself has a full day-night cycle, complete with dynamic lighting and time progression. Even in early access, the town of Paralives isn't static. NPCs will live their own routines, going to work, eating meals, and interacting with one another, if you are watching or not. So I kind of feel that this world build is feeling more observed and not orchestrated, if you know what I mean. And it's not about micromanaging every move with every different sim. It feels more like influencing, if it is what they are promising. Each para comes with a set of personality traits that shape how they respond to the world, combined with their needs, skills, and emotional states. And these traits determine everything from how they speak to what hobbies they gravitate toward. And the difference between Sims and Paralives is that the Paralives seems to have some kind of like leaning emotional swings compared to a Sims 4, which have more like cartoonish vibe with them. Emotions are gradual, layered, and reactive rather than exaggerated, and that is how they try to be more like believable with their emotions. When Para gets tired, you'll notice it in their posture and choices, not just blinking red icon like in The Sims 4. And when they are happy, they will hum or smile as they move through their space. It's less about the game mechanics and more about how human works in real life. So Paralives will feature several different rabbit hole style or vibe carriers, jobs your characters go to during their day, represented off screen, because they are focusing more of its attention on the home life and personal development systems, and that includes skill progression from cooking and painting to other creative pursuits, and as well as household management system like paying bills, cleaning and cooking meals that actually require ingredients in this game. So you really need to go to a shop, girl. And I think that is why it will make the gameplay satisfying in this game, because you really need to manage the details and do the daily routines with your paras and not just like let them be and see what happens. And it really makes me feel like that I am choosing the shape of the story. And also there's gonna be house fires, and it adds layer of unpredictability, and I really hope that there is more chaos they're gonna add after the early access, and it's nice to see what's gonna be in the world too. And the relationships in Paralives are more than just static friendship meters like in The Sims. The developers have emphasized a more organic system, one where shared experiences, emotions, and time spent together all feed into how two parafolk perceive each other. You can guide these relationships, but they are also designed to evolve on their own, and that is really cool. That means friendships can fade if neglected, and romantic tension can build naturally even without direct input. There is something quietly powerful about that. It feels like more like storytelling than that you just make your sim or para just obey your commands, and you can actually get surprised about the actions that para is making. At launch, Paralives will include aging, having children, and death, creating basically the foundation for multi-generational gameplay. They are not including family tree, but it will come in the next updates. Each para ages through distinct life stages, and families will inherit not just genetics but mannerism and traits from their parents, and that is so cool, and that adds a sense of a legacy and legacy gameplay, especially for me, and that is the reason to keep playing beyond the immediate moment with Paralives. And this is something that I have really longed for a long time in The Sims 4, the ability to tell continuous evolving stories where each generation leaves a mark on the next, and like the generational system in this game can be so deeply made. So the selling point for me with the Paralives is that you can step in and control your parafolk directly, or you can just sit back and watch their stories unfold, and either way the game continuously move forward to breathe and to surprise you. And I think the makers' philosophy is that they are not making control over autonomy or efficiency over empathy, but they really want you to play the story and not to be the observer in the life simulation game. And that is for me the main reason why I play life simulation games and not like city crafting or city editing games, because I really want to tell stories about the generations and live the life that I can't live in my own life. Or I can live with my own life, but I can really choose what stories I can tell and what's gonna happen next. So that is all with the live mode, which we could describe maybe the soul of the Paralives. And then we are moving to a build mode, which we can maybe describe as an imagination part of this video. And this is where the game takes its boldest step, but outright rewriting the rulebook of what creative simulation can look like with building. Because let's face it, Paralives will and do expand all the existing building mechanics that we are having and make the building more customizable than before. I think the most revolutionary aspect of Paralives build mode is that it has gridless system. You can build basically anywhere at any angle and on any scale. Walls aren't locked to predetermined lengths. You can drag, bend and curve them into almost any shape you want. And I think it removes the invisible wall between the player's idea and the game's limitation. The gap that the one where creativity used to die simply doesn't exist here in this game. And while The Sims 4 added some flexibility over time, I think Paralives was designed around it from the very start. Every object, every structure, every system works with that freedom in mind. The building tools are deeply modular yet remarkably intuitive. You can resize almost any object, stretch a couch to fit the space, shrink a table to fit between chairs, or scale decor until it feels right. You can stack, flip and freely rotate objects on multiple axes, letting players create layered spaces that feel organic and more like real interior design than a video game layout. And of course with the Paralives we are having color wheel and pattern customization system, and it's such amazing thing to have because The Sims 3's creator style was something different at that time. Every surface from walls to furniture to clothing can be recolored using a full color picker and texture library. And that means no more predefined swatches, no more endless searching for the almost right shade of wood or fabric. You can customize tone, pattern and even material type, and transforming a single sofa model into thousands of distinct styles. So basically you can do whatever you want with this game. And it's totally different between buying furniture in the game and designing it yourself. And that design freedom feels like really, once again for me, that I can really decide the storytelling that I want to have in my game. It can be minimalist bachelor pad or maybe cluttered artist loft or something nostalgic family gameplay home. And these are just something that came up in my mind, but you can definitely do whatever you want with this customization. And let's talk about the terrain tools that let you shape landscapes. You can basically raise the hills, carve out valleys, or flatten spaces for foundations or whatever you want. And of course we are having multi-story buildings which are fully supported. There are stairs, fences and roofs that can be placed and adjusted with full flexibility. You can even build split-level homes, attics or elevated decks that curve naturally with the terrain. Every structural element is editable, movable and resizable even after it's placed. So instead of demolishing half your house to fix a wall, you can just grab it and adjust it. And this is empowering. It encourages experimentation, creativity and iteration, and the kind of a play that blurs the line between design tool and an art form. So yeah, lots themselves are resizable, you are not confined to predetermined plot sizes, and you can build sprawling estates, cramped apartments or unconventional shapes that don't fit traditional grids. And of course there are even pre-made homes for those who prefer storytelling over design, but it's just so cool that the build mode is so flexible. And I just can't wait to test how this will work in the game. And overall I think the game should empower us players and not limit our visions when we are building. I think this is not just a tool set, but this is some kind of like manifesto against the design compromises that have defined the genre for too long with the live simulation games. And this is just so impressive that Paralives starts with all of this as a baseline expectation where the Sims slowly have just added building improvements over decades and often with the paywall with the DLCs. And I think this sets the tone for the entire game. This is a simulation where creativity isn't gated by monetization or hidden behind expansions. It's open-ended, personal, and it's infinite. And I don't know, I think it's more about expression than this game is a place where the game stops being a simulation game and becomes more a reflection of the player or a reflection of me, because this building is so free. Nothing feels more powerful than finally having tools to create without any compromises. So if the build mode is about shaping the world, then the Paramaker is about shaping the people. This is where Paralives slows down and invites you to create not just an avatar but a person. Someone with quirks, imperfections and sense of life that feels personal in a way few games ever capture. For the moment you open the Paramaker, the difference is clear. There are no rigid presets, no limited archetypes, no sense that the game is deciding what normal looks like. Every feature from height and posture to nose shape and hip width can be adjusted freely using intuitive sliders and handles that respond like clay rather than math. Bodies in Paralives aren't static models, they are shapes that flex and evolve. You can create tall or short parafolk, slim or heavy ones, and everything in between without the system fighting you. There is no actually ideal here, no default face that everything returns to, just a spectrum of possibility, and I think that is like the main reason why this game is inclusive, because you can basically create any different kind of para that you want in the game. And what I really like is that the Paralive is having asymmetry in their Paramaker. You can just basically adjust each side of the face independently, giving characters crooked smiles, mismatched eyes, or subtle imperfections that make them feel real and that way make them perfections. And I think that is something that changes everything, that you can actually create with this Paramaker a real human being, because human in real life aren't symmetric persons. We are all a little uneven, a little imperfect, and that's where the beauty comes in. So Paralives definitely understands that beauty isn't about balance, it's about details. Clothing in Paralives is built on a layer system. That means your parafolk can mix shirts, jackets and accessories however they want, layering outfits like real people do. So no more one-piece templates or locked combinations. If you want to wear a hoodie under a coat or mix socks of two different colors, you finally can. And because every clothing item supports the same color wheel and pattern customization used in build mode, fashion becomes another form of storytelling, which is so awesome. Your characters just don't look unique, they actually feel unique, because every outfit can reflect personality, lifestyle or even emotions. A bright palette for a cheerful artist, muted tones for someone quiet and introspective. Color isn't decorating here, it's identity. And of course, beyond clothing, you can place details like tattoos, moles, freckles and scars anywhere on the body. These aren't random generators, they are choices, they are not presets, they are choices. They tell stories without words. So why the Paramaker matters? Because Paramaker is more than a customization menu, it's a statement about humanity in design, the idea that the identity is fluid, detailed and worthy of nuance. You're not just designing a digital doll, you're crafting a soul that will live, love, fail, and grow inside a world of your own making. And here comes the inclusivity part, because the identity and humanity can be flexible in this game. There is also lots of representation done right in this game and not like exaggerated, meaning visible disabilities, mobility aids, and body diversity. There are options for gender expressions, pronouns, and clothing aren't tied to binary restrictions. So that is all the 3 main major features which is coming in the early access, and there is still lots and lots of more of things in the game that I didn't include in this video, so we can have at least a decent length of video of this game. But I'm so excited. When Paralives finally launches, it won't be finished, it will be on early access, and that is actually by design. The team has been clear from the beginning that the first public release will be the foundation and not the final. It's gonna be a solid starting point for a living, evolving simulation, one that will expand over time. There's gonna be weather and seasons, calendar system, family tree, pets, advanced world and town editing tools, boats, houseboats, swimming, gardening and fishing, organizing social events, and more advanced roof tools and advanced stair tools, and of course more furniture, object expansions, clothing, hairstyles and accessories. So I'm really excited. I'm really waiting this game to be finally in a early access. Of course, we need to keep in mind that this is not replacement for The Sims or anything. It's a brand new life simulation game and it's gonna be treated that way. But still, I'm happy that we're finally having new game in this genre, because I've been wanting to have that new game to play for many years. But yeah, here is everything today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments, give a like for this video and remember to subscribe, and I see you in the next video. Have a happy week. Bye.